Hello friends, as I said before, I studied computer science engineering. But when I was studying, this department was really considered one of the best in the world. As we approach 2026, those who are currently studying or newly graduated, especially those who cannot find a job, have already begun to fear, did we study in vain? Unfortunately, part of this fear is justified. But that does not mean they studied for nothing. Because although it is difficult to find a job and the market is bad, there is still a way. Getting the first job is always the hardest part. That's why you should keep searching. Let me explain a little about why this department should or should not be studied. First of all, with the year 2026, digitalization will continue, especially in healthcare. AI systems analyzing MRI images. In automotive, giants like Tesla, BMW, and Mercedes now produce cars that are basically computers on wheels. In banking, mobile apps and cybersecurity systems. In education, online learning platforms. At the heart of all of them is software. So, in 2026, software will still be at the center of our lives. Engineering is not losing value. On the contrary, it is becoming even more critical. How will artificial intelligence affect us? Well, we have been using technology for years, but manually. We only automated and accelerated it. What 3 people used to do, 1 person can now handle. This reduced demand in the market. True, but good software developers have always been in demand. Not every graduate is a good developer anyway. What matters is what we did during university and what it added to us. Of course, many applications can now be built with just a few clicks. But million-dollar companies will not entrust AI entirely with security, scalability, user experience, and database design. That would be a major data risk. That's why control will not fully pass to AI. AI is a helper, but asking the right question and designing the right solution is still up to humans. So, what is the contribution of university to engineering? Does it really add value? How important is the diploma? On one hand, very important. For example, I was able to come here as a third-world citizen thanks to my diploma. But if you waste your university years and just get the diploma, it will be impossible to find a job. Because the engineering subjects taught at school are very important: algorithms, data structures, operating systems, network structures, software architecture, cybersecurity fundamentals. Developing these fundamentals is up to you. Fundamentals alone are not enough. If you only rely on them, just watch YouTube, no need for school. Think of a system like Google. It processes billions of searches in seconds. This shows how important algorithm knowledge is. That's the perspective engineering education gives you. University should give you not just a diploma, but also a way of thinking. So, what should you do not to waste university? Do your internship, build projects. Enrich every topic you learn with a project. Don't use AI while studying. Try to solve it yourself first. Then, use AI to verify and scale your solution. Research how to improve it. Definitely focus on algorithms and data structures. In my opinion, this is the most important key to getting a job. Expand your network. Stick people with people who are better than you. Postpone fun, but don't postpone projects, classes, or your portfolio. Once you land a good job and earn a high salary, you'll have the best fun anyway. That's enough advice for now. You graduated. What job opportunities are there? Let me explain: artificial intelligence and machine learning, data science, cybersecurity, cloud technologies, mobile app development, gaming industry, automotive software, robotics, and IoT. Today in Germany, the automotive industry alone publishes hundreds of job ads because of a shortage of developers. Even in Turkey, software teams in healthcare and fintech are growing rapidly. Software engineering is still one of the highest-paying professions. In Europe, a fresh graduate starts with 50 to 60k euros. In the US, salaries are between $80 to $120k. Even in Turkey, It's much better compared to other professions. Demand is high, qualified engineers are few. That's why in 2026 it's still possible to find a job and earn well. Right now, digital boot camps promising become a developer in 3 months are full. Yes, boot camps and online courses can be helpful for entering the job market quickly. But a 4-year engineering degree gives you a broader vision and still helps you stand out in big company hirings. In summary, studying computer science engineering in 2026 is still very logical. Digitalization is not slowing down. AI is not decreasing the value of engineering, but increasing it. The future expects from you a strong foundation, creativity, and a willingness to learn. What do you think? Write in the comments. Let's discuss. For now, see you later, friends. Let's build the foundation of the Engineer Dude family. That's why follow me. Stay safe.